Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to take a look at the Spindrift style. But before we get started, if you ever wanted to recreate the evil Mysterio in this Universe Online, now we have the perfect piece of gear in order to be able to do that. I guess you could create a somewhat looking Mysterio with previous styles in the past, but today we have no more excuses. If you ever wanted to create your friend Mysterio, you have the perfect headpiece in order to be able to do that. Here I'm using the silver material because what I'm using right now is the enhanced version of the headpiece. So in order to be able to have it one smooth color, I covered it up with the silver material. But I suspect that if you use the regular version of the headpiece, you probably don't have to use the silver material. But right now, the enhanced version is what I have, so it's what I'm using right now. So as you can see, you can get pretty darn close to recreating your friend Mysterio. There's a few capes that could have been a bit better. Sadly, like there's the Miraculous Cape that probably could have worked a bit better, but the collar kind of interferes with the helmet. So I went with the classic cape, and it works fine. For the suit, I went with the scuba gear, chest and pants, but you could use any number of slimline suits. The boots are the nuclear boots, and the gloves are the Egyptian gloves, if I'm not mistaken. So as you can see, we can recreate a pretty darn good version of our friend Mysterio, and there's a bunch also of green aura that you can use to create the sort of smoky effect that Mysterio had in comics from time to time. So now let's look at the actual Spindrift style right now. So here we have the Spindrift Suit. I'm using the Seafoam aura, so it doesn't come with the aura, and I'm using the Aquaman emblem. I thought it was appropriate with this suit, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. Also, I'm using an emblem to be able to show you that it's one of those rare styles. Actually, it's the only style I think where you can actually have an emblem on the shoulders. And I went a little crazy with the Spindrift Shoulders. I'll show you that in just a bit. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of the textures on the suit. And there's also quite a lot of textures on the visor, as you can see. So there's quite a lot of nice little textures on this suit, which makes it pretty cool looking. Again, this is the enhanced version of the suit. So one day, many years from now, when I gather the regular version, I'll try to show it to you as well. But it was a bit easier to be able to get the enhanced version first. I got a few pieces as drops, playing a few missions, and whatever I was missing, I ended up buying in the broker. So if you want to have this look, there's two options. You can run deluge content, and if you're a legendary player, you get those little loot boxes at the end as a reward of each mission, or you can just buy it from the broker. Here I gave a single color to each pieces of style so that you could see exactly how the style is separated by colors, and also so that you could see exactly what is part of the shoulder and what is part of the chest piece. The same with the hands, the same with the back. So each piece is as a single color, so you can see how the textures work even if you apply a single color to each pieces of gear. So you can see the contrast as opposed to here, I gave three distinctive colors to each pieces of gear. There's a few pieces like the shoulders that only support two colors, but then again, since you can actually have an emblem on the shoulders, you can actually have more than two colors on the shoulders thanks to the emblem. But pretty much every other piece seems to actually support the three colors. And I went a little bit crazy with the shoulders. As I mentioned, this is the very first time we have I'm pretty sure this is the very first time we have a pair of shoulders where we can actually have the emblems on it. And it's one of the complaints that people had in the past. There's quite a few styles that were created in this Universe Online that didn't support emblems. Basically, this Universe Online gave us all those awesome emblems, but they keep on giving us styles that do not support emblems, or that will have emblems built into it, like the Batman Beyond style or the Batman Red Death style. But here we can actually use any emblems we want, and again, as you can see, We can have the emblems on the shoulders as well as the chest piece. Why is it important to have the emblems on the shoulders? Because, as I mentioned, there's quite a few chest pieces that do not support an emblem. So here, in this case, we can actually have the emblem on the shoulders, assuming we don't have an emblem on the chest piece. Actually, I just realized the Shimtar gear is probably another example where you actually can have an emblem on one of the shoulder piece. And I went a little crazy with the Spindrift shoulders. If you went to the broker and all the Spindrift shoulders were sold out, it's my fault, and you're going to understand why in just a second. Basically, I went a little crazy and I started purchasing a whole bunch of Spindrift shoulders for a lot of my characters. And here you can see an example of what I meant. Like this chest piece with our friend Brainiac, we cannot have an emblem on the chest piece, but we still can have a nice looking emblem for a character thanks to those awesome shoulders. In the past we could do that, I guess, with the Shimtar shoulders, but the Shimtar shoulders are pretty bulky. So I thought that these shoulders were perfect in order to be able to add a whole bunch of emblems to our characters. So if you like the emblems in DC Universe Online and you want your character to have a whole bunch of them, now you have various options in order to be able to do so. I wish they gave us in the future a belt that would actually support emblems. Maybe at some point it will happen. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. So if you ever wanted to create something like the Ultimate Captain America, like I remember Ultimate Cap had like those stars on the shoulders, now you can do that. This isn't exactly Ultimate Captain America, it's just a weird mishmash Captain America that I created. But you get the idea. So it's as you can see, I went a little overboard in buying a whole bunch of shoulder pieces for my various characters. And again, as you can see here, we have a chest piece where the emblem, by default, it's the Batman Beyond emblem. There's nothing you can do to change that. And now with the shoulders, you can have another emblem in addition to that Batman Beyond emblem. And also we even have the Batman emblem on the belt thanks to our friend Harley Quinn and the DC Bombshell Harley Quinn style. And even some characters that normally shouldn't have an emblem on the shoulders, I couldn't resist but try a look with those shoulders, which I thought looked pretty cool. And even our friend Iron Man, I guess I would have to try and find a better emblem for our friend Iron Man, but this would be a first step, I suppose. And again, a lot of the emblems we got are pretty awesome looking. So it was nice to see that now hopefully we're going to have more and more pieces of gear that will support those emblems, because again, there's a lot of emblems that DC Universe Online did a really good job in creating some of those emblems. And now we have more and more options in order to be able to use those emblems. So it's a bit of a wasted opportunity sometimes that we cannot always use the emblems that the devs crafted, depending on the look we're trying to give to our character. And here as you can see, I went a little bit crazy. Like obviously our friend Green Lantern Batman, the Dawnbreaker, doesn't have the emblem on the shoulders. But again, the devs did such a good job in creating a whole bunch of nice looking emblems that it was a bit sad, or it was a bit of a missed opportunity that we couldn't use those emblems as much as we wanted. So having more options to be able to use the emblems, it's a win in my book. And I guess we're done with the emblems. So now you can see how nice the Spindrift style actually looks like, and actually the enhanced version of the Spindrift style. And of course now you can create an awesome looking Mysterio, and also having the emblem on the shoulders opens up a whole bunch of possibilities for the various look of your characters in DC Universe Online. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.